The person with real money might not be the loudest person in the room. It might be the quiet one driving a normal car, wearing normal clothes, and somehow never panicking when life gets expensive. Today, I'm going to show you 10 signs someone has money but does not want you to know. And more importantly, how to steal the habits without needing their bank account. Because the strongest sign is not what they buy, it is what they no longer need to prove. Most people look for money in the loudest places: the car, the watch, the apartment, the vacation photos, the restaurant bill, the phone upgrade. The person who somehow has a new outfit every weekend and a story about how they are building something big. And look, maybe they are doing great, but a lot of the time, what you are seeing is not wealth. You are seeing monthly payments wearing a nice jacket. Real money is different. Real money does not always introduce itself. Sometimes it sits quietly in the corner, drives home in a normal car, pays the bill without making it a personality, and never needs to turn every purchase into a press release. People with money often do not look poor. They look normal. But their normal is not a lack of money. Their normal is a lack of needing to prove money. Sign 1, they do not explain their money. This is one of the quietest signs, but it says a lot. Someone with real money is usually not trying to slide their income into every conversation like it is a discount code. They are not constantly telling you how much their car costs, what hotel they stayed at, what they invested in, what brand they bought, or how expensive their weekend was. They do not need to accidentally leave the price tag in the story. Because when money is real, it does not need a hype man. The person who keeps explaining how successful they are might be successful, but they might also be trying to convince the room before the room asks questions. So here is the practical move. Do a status audit on yourself. Think about your last 3 expensive purchases and ask, did I buy this for use, freedom, or proof? Use means it actually helps your life. Freedom means it gives you time, comfort, or fewer problems. Proof means it mostly exists so someone else sees it. No shame, just data. The next sign looks boring, but it might be the reason they stay rich. Sign 2, their car does not try to tell a story. A person with money may drive a nice car, but their car usually does not have to do emotional labor for them. It is not responsible for proving they made it. It is not their personality on wheels. It moves them around without owning half their paycheck. And this matters because cars are one of the easiest places to look rich while getting poorer. The payment is only the beginning. Add insurance, gas, maintenance, parking, repairs, registration, and that random moment when a mechanic says a sentence that sounds like it costs $900. So calculate your car pressure number: payment plus insurance plus gas plus maintenance plus parking plus repairs. Then ask, does my car move me, or does it own part of my paycheck? Because if the car makes every month feel tight, it is not just transportation. It is a financial roommate, and it is not paying rent. Sign 3, they do not upgrade every time income goes up. This one is huge because this is where a lot of people quietly lose their future. They get a raise, a bonus, overtime, a better job, or a little extra breathing room, and suddenly their lifestyle adopts that money like a stray puppy. New apartment, new car, more takeout, better phone, better trips, more "I deserve this" energy. And sometimes you do deserve something. But if every new dollar immediately gets absorbed by a nicer version of the same stress, your income went up, but your freedom did not. People with money often let their income grow faster than their lifestyle. That is the hidden move. So use this rule. New income gets assigned before lifestyle can absorb it. Maybe 50% goes to future you, 30% to stability, and 20% to enjoyment. Yes, enjoyment. You are a human being, not a spreadsheet with a pulse. But the money needs a job before your lifestyle eats it. Now let's talk about the signs that only show up when life gets inconvenient. Sign 4. Emergencies annoy them, but they do not destroy them. A flat tire is annoying. A broken phone is annoying. A medical copay is annoying. A car repair bill is annoying. But for some people, annoying instantly becomes a financial collapse. One unexpected expense, and suddenly the credit card is on fire, rent feels scary, and the whole month turns into survival mode. Someone with real money may still be irritated. They may still say words that should not be said in front of children, but they do not fall apart financially every time life gets expensive. They have some buffer. So calculate your emergency runway. Take your savings and divide it by your basic monthly expenses. If you have $700 saved and your basic monthly life costs $2,100, you have about 1/3 of a month of runway. That number is not there to shame you. It is there to show you where you are standing. This next sign is where quiet wealth starts looking almost unfair. Sign 5. They can say no without panic. This is one of the most underrated forms of money. Being able to say no, no to a shift that destroys your weekend, no to a social plan you cannot afford, no to a bad roommate situation, no to a job that treats you like a disposable app notification, no to a favor that costs you money, time, and sanity. When you have no breathing room, every request feels dangerous. Every invitation feels like math. Every bad week feels like a threat. So start smaller than the big emergency fund advice. Build a 1 week breathing room goal, not 6 months, not some giant number that makes you close the banking app and stare at the ceiling. Start with 7 days of basic expenses. 1 week where life can annoy you without instantly controlling you. Sign 6. They know their required payments number. This is the number nobody flexes, but it reveals everything. A person can look rich and still have most of their paycheck already promised before the month begins. Rent, car payment, insurance, credit card minimums, phone bill, utilities, loans, internet, any bill that shows up whether you had a good month or a bad month. People with money know how much of their life is already under contract, so open your bank statements and write down only required monthly payments. Not random Target runs, not groceries, not gas, required payments only. Then compare that number to your take-home pay. Take-home pay minus required payments equals real freedom. If you bring home $3,500 and required payments are $2,800, your real freedom is $700 before food, gas, and life start acting creative. Your lifestyle is not what you buy. Your lifestyle is what you are forced to pay for again next month. Sign 7. They buy privacy, not attention. This is where fake rich and real rich start moving in opposite directions. A person with real money may enjoy nice things, but they do not need every purchase to become content. They do not have to post the dinner, the hotel, the upgrade, the gift, the shopping bag, and the view from the balcony like their bank account hired a social media manager. For them, money is not always a show. Sometimes it is protection, peace, options, less explaining. So before a purchase, ask one simple question. Would I still want this if nobody saw it? Not if nobody liked it, not if nobody complimented it, not if nobody thought you were doing better than you are. If the answer is no, you may not be buying the thing. You may be buying proof. Sign 8. They do not confuse credit limit with money. This is a big one, especially when you are young and the bank suddenly gives you a credit limit that looks like a compliment. A credit limit is not wealth, it is access to debt. And yes, credit cards can be useful. Rewards can be useful. Points can be useful. But if the card is hiding spending you cannot actually afford, the rewards are just a tiny coupon on a much bigger problem. Open your credit card app and look at more than the balance. Look at the APR. Look at the minimum payment. Look at the statement balance. Look at the available credit. Then ask, is this card helping my system or hiding my spending? Because someone with money does not treat available credit like available money. That is not confidence. That is a trap with good branding. And if you are trying to build real control with a normal paycheck, this is what Leon Knows Money is here for. No shame, no fake flex, no rich guy nonsense. Just simple systems that help ordinary people finally understand money. Sign 9. Their boring bills are under control, not glamorous, very powerful. They are not only obsessing over tiny purchases. They look at the boring stuff where real money leaks happen quietly. Insurance, phone plans, bank fees, credit card APRs, due dates, annual renewals, internet bills, late fees. The stuff that does not feel dramatic enough to notice, but can quietly steal years. Do a boring bill audit every 90 days. Pick one day and open your accounts. Can your phone plan be lowered without ruining your life? Are you paying bank fees for no reason? Is your credit card interest rate punching you in the face? Is one bill due date landing in the worst possible week of the month? Could insurance be quoted again? This is not about making your life sad. It is about stopping boring bills from quietly robbing future you while current you is distracted. Sign 10. They own things that do not need applause. Retirement account, emergency fund, paid down debt, cash reserve, quiet investments, skills that increase income, a small income system nobody at brunch knows about. These things do not always look exciting. You cannot park them in the driveway for the neighbors. You cannot wear them to dinner, but they are the things that make a person harder to break. So make an invisible assets list. Open your notes app and write down savings, emergency fund, retirement, investments, debt paid down, skills, and income systems. Update it once a month. The point is to train your brain to respect the things that do not get applause. Because if you only measure money by what people can see, you will keep buying visible things and wondering why your life still feels fragile. Now here is how to copy all of this without becoming cheap, weird, or boring. Build your hidden money dashboard. You do not need a complicated app or a spreadsheet with 47 tabs and the emotional energy of a tax office. You need one simple note you can check once a week. Write down your savings balance, credit card balance, required payments number, emergency runway, automatic transfer amount, one payment you want to eliminate, and one invisible asset you want to grow. That little note tells you more about your money than your outfit, apartment, car, or Instagram ever could. It shows you the quiet truth. where you are protected, where you are exposed, where your money is going, where future you is being ignored. Then pick one quiet money move this week. Do not try to rebuild your whole life in one Tuesday night panic session. Pick one move nobody will notice, but you will feel. Remove one bank fee, move one bill due date, set one automatic transfer, make one extra debt payment, separate spending money from savings, quote, insurance again, wait 48 hours before one status purchase. The boring move you do this week might be the reason next month feels less tight. And stop buying proof. A lot of financial pressure does not come from needs. It comes from proving you are successful, proving you are not behind, proving you are fine, proving your life is as good as it looks. Before you buy, ask, is this for my life or for someone else's opinion? That question can save you from turning your paycheck into a performance. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to become quietly hard to break. Harder to break by a bill, harder to break by a repair, harder to break by someone else's opinion, harder to break by a trend, harder to break by one bad week. That is what real money starts to feel like. Not louder, safer. So the next time you see someone with normal clothes, a normal car, a quiet life, and nothing to prove, do not assume they are behind. They might have the thing everyone else is trying to look like they have: control. Real money does not need to introduce itself. It shows up in the space between you and panic, in the freedom to say no, in the bills that do not own you, in the assets nobody claps for, in the purchases you do not need to post, and in the peace of not needing every stranger, friend, coworker, or ex-classmate to know you are doing okay. If you are building money control with a normal paycheck, stick with Leon Knows Money. No shame, no fake millionaire flex, no rich guy nonsense, just simple money systems for ordinary people who want real freedom.